I just want to tell you a little bit about my eating habits before I started my fitness journey. Um, if we go back to when I owned my garbage business, um, that would be I did it from 95 to 2009. So in around those areas, um, I would take loads of scrap to the scrap yard, which is about pulling with truck and trailer. With my truck in particular, it was about a 40-minute ride, uh, less than a half an hour with the car. But pulling scrap load, it was about a 40-minute ride, and in those 40 minutes, I used to take just regular chocolate bars, but that wasn't enough. So I would buy 3 to 4 king size chocolate bars, and I would eat one on the way there, and then wait because you usually had to wait to get unloaded. So I'd eat one while I was getting unloaded, and then eat one on the way back, and then I would stop in at the Clan Boy store, and because they sold ice cream cones, and most of the time I would buy an ice cream cone for the ride home. Now, keep in mind, this is also the time that I smoked a pack a day, so I would have probably about 5 or 6 cigarettes in the round trip, and I also drank coffee pretty much nonstop. Um, I averaged, and until maybe the past year, I've averaged easy 20 cups a day, and that is with no water. Um, so that was my trips to the scrapyard, and depending on obviously on how busy we were with the scrap, I would do that 3 to 4 times a week. Okay, and then other eating habits is when we would go, say, to Beach Boy here in town. Um, I would order the double fat boy and their large fries and gravy, and of course a pop drink to go with that. And at that time, I got 4 kids, and at that time they were pretty young, so I would eat their leftovers, and not every single time did they have leftovers, but when they did, which was most of the time, I would eat theirs. And then if my wife Chris, if she had leftovers, um, I would eat what she had left too. And then, depending on money, how close it was to payday, or if we just got paid, we would have to treat the kids to ice cream on our way out. So I would treat myself to ice cream because, hey, if the kids are going to have ice cream, I might as well have ice cream too, right? And then trips into the city. They were not, they were just as bad. We would stop in at Burger King, and I would get their double Whopper and meal, like you get your fries and your drink, and we would sit down at the restaurant, and I would eat that. And again, if the kids had any leftovers, I would eat that. And I was still hungry, so most of the time I would order a double Whopper to take home and eat on the way home. And then when we were finally on our way home from the city, we would stop in at Tim Hortons and buy coffee, because by then I've been without coffee for a while and needed to refresh my coffee. And then, well, if you're at Tim Hortons, you might as well buy donuts, right? So, you know, with the four of us, and then the four kids and me and my wife, that's six. So you might as well get. It's already cheaper to buy a dozen. So I would, on the way home, I would eat the Whopper that I bought, and then have a couple of donuts on the way home, and then plus coffee, and have a couple of smokes also on the way home. And trips when I went into the city myself, which wasn't often because I did not like driving in the city, but every once in a while I had to get parts for the truck or whatever it was. And I would do the same thing, stop in at Burger King and eat there, and then take a burger for the ride home, and then stop in at Tim Hortons and get, fill up the coffee again, and I would buy donuts. I'd either buy 2 or 3 for the ride home, or I would buy a dozen, and I would try. I would leave about 5 or 6 for the family, when so that they had when I got home, that they had some. So what did all this do to my body? Well, the simplest way to put it is it really was not healthy. I hurt all the time. I remember being at my mom's house one day, and my auntie was there, and I was asking them what they do to get through the pain, or get through the day with the pain. And so they gave me hints and all that, and I came home, and I'm thinking, man, because at that time I was about, in my early 40s, and I'm like, I'm way too young to be talking, how to make it through the day without pain. Like, for example, like, I know in the mornings it took me about 10 minutes to be able to get out of bed, because my legs hurt so much that I just couldn't put any pressure on them. I don't know, it was like pins and needles in my legs. Like, it just hurt so bad most mornings that I had to basically wait till my legs woke up. Is the best way I could describe that. Like, until the pain went away. The other thing is, I played baseball, not well, but see, through all this, like, through all my eating and that, I still considered myself healthy, because I worked on the garbage trucks, and in my head I ran after the garbage trucks all day long, which isn't really true, because I was driving. I worked most of the time just by myself, so you get in and out, but it's, if anybody's who's worked on a garbage truck knows that's not running after a garbage truck, right? So I always considered myself healthy, and I worked hard, so I had to eat well, right? But with this baseball, I remember I was playing Rover, and I can't catch. I'm a little better now, but I can't catch worth nothing. I can't judge where the ball is, how far the ball is up and whatever. So this one particular catch, I caught it like I catch all the others, and I missed it, except that it hit my chest. Now, it couldn't have been that hard of a hit because it didn't hurt when it hit me. But it rolled down and it hit my gut and it sat there. Like I caught a pop fly with my gut. And that's how far out my gut stuck. And that that was actually ruled a catch. The other team, they were umping themselves. I mean, that's how we were doing it back, or well, we still do it like that. And they agreed that that's a once in a lifetime catch. So they ruled it a catch because it never did hit the ground. So but yeah, that is what my eating habits did to me, was that I was able to catch a pop fly with my gut. Like, I'm proud to say I can't do that now. I still can't catch a ball, but at least now it will roll past and hit the ground. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much all I want to say. I mean, there is so much more to this story, and there's so much more I can say, and but yeah, I just wanted to get on here and tell you what my eating habits used to be like, and I will come on again and I will tell a little bit more, and if there is something else you would like to hear, let me know, and I will be happy to tell you. All right, we will talk to everybody later.